Hi there, welcome to another Ask James, brought to you by Bridgestone, where we answer all your questions on anything automotive and or transport related. I'm James Deacon, and this week's question, it comes via video. It's a simple who's at fault here type of question, and while it would have been a no-brainer, I decided to make this an Ask James because I did post it on my Facebook page, and the results, they were very disappointing. Shows we still have a lot to learn. So let's break it down, shall we? Now, it seems very obvious to some, but you'd still be surprised on how many people got this wrong. You see, the tricycle is doing a U-turn here on the National Highway, and boom, motorcycle gets clipped because it has nowhere to go. And now, a lot of people were actually saying that the motorcycle should have seen the tricycle, and it should have gone right, should have gone left, should have gone this, should have gone that. The point here is that the tricycle shouldn't have been on the National Highway to begin with. That's in the law. It's very simple, so it's game over right from the very start. Tricycle should have never been on that main road. But for the sake of discussion, let's just say it was a vehicle that was legally allowed to be on a national highway. It's still incumbent on that vehicle, whether it is a bicycle, a car, a motorcycle, a jeepney, to still make sure that when they do either make a left turn against oncoming traffic, when they join to the national highway, anytime they come in and enter that main road, it is incumbent on them to make sure they don't impede the flow of traffic, or worse, cause an accident, just like what happened here. But perhaps more alarming than the ones who got it wrong is the law that always usually gets it wrong, or at least gets misapplied in this case. You see, every other country I've driven in the world, they have what they call right-of-way. We have it here too. But there's a trump card in the Philippines, a very strange one at that, and it's one they call the last clear chance of avoidance. Now, we're not the only country, of course, that has this as well. It's a doctrine, and it's something that is misapplied all the time, you see, because the reasoning behind it is the person who had the last chance to avoid the accident, if they didn't do enough to do that, then they should be charged. Now, this works, let's say, if, for example, somebody comes down a one-way road and it was an accident, and the person who's coming down the right way just wants to teach them a lesson, decides to ram their SUV with their big bull bar and smash that car to smithereens and say, well, he was in the wrong, that person was coming down the wrong side of the road, so it's within my rights. Obviously, that is a case where last clear chance of avoidance would work very well, and you would have to charge the driver that did the smashing up, regardless of whether they had right of way. But the abuse is what worries me more. You see, the way that a lot of our enforcers or traffic bureaus end up ruling is usually with the last clear chance of avoidance and ignoring the right of way. The right of way always takes precedence because in traffic we have a universal language. We all agreed upon a certain set of rules. Green means go, red means stop, anywhere you go in the world. This is part of the Vienna Convention. The Philippines is a signatory to the Vienna Convention. This is where we all decided that we speak one language universally when it comes to road rules. So whether you're in Africa, Antarctica, Europe, Asia, it doesn't matter. Everywhere you go, it's always going to mean the same thing. That hexagon stop sign is going to be a stop sign. The give way sign will be triangle. So this is what happens in the Philippines, is we end up taking a little bit of creative license with it, or we end up applying it to the one that's more kawawa. And it's got to stop, because all it does is reward stupidity, and it breeds more camotes, and Lord knows we have enough of them out there. We don't need any more camotes growing out in the wild, fertilized by our very own agencies or enforcers or traffic bureaus that end up ruling against the people who had the right of way simply because, well, kawawa naman, or you should have known better. No, it is very clearly the tricycle's fault, and trying to pin this on the motorcycle is just like asking the girl what she was wearing just before she got raped. I hope that answers your question for the week, and I hope we don't have to answer a similar one like this. We should all know better by now. It's a long weekend. I hope you go out and enjoy it with your family, but please be safe out on the roads. Make sure you check your vehicle before you go out. Check your tires, just a very quick check around. If you haven't got time to do that, drop by your Bridgestone dealer. They will always be happy to help you out, and they can do that free of charge. All vehicle inspections are free of charge over there, and make sure that you go on the road with more confidence. Till next week, my name's James Deacon, and just before we go, I'm going to leave you with another video, and tell me now who's at fault in the comments box. Is it the biker, or is it that pedestrian?